Ooh. Ooh. Oh gosh, that looked like it was about to set my finger on fire. Guys, every time I light a candle, I feel like I'm in a music video because it like instantly gets so smoky. I'm not sure if you can see it. I feel like I should start singing for you guys. Ah! I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hey guys, my name is Cameron and welcome back to my channel, Which Way to Wicked, where we talk about all things love, light, and especially tarot. Okay, so guys, today we are going to be finding out what the person on your mind tells their friends about you. Okay, so I want you to think about that sexy boo thing who you have a crush on, that friend who you want to be more than friends with, whoever it is that you want to know, like what they are telling their friends about you. Well then, guys, this is going to be the reading for you because we are going to be finding out all of that super hot tea. Okay, so without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at your group picks today, okay? Hello guys, so here are your group picks today. So for group number 1, we have this amazing cute bookmark and it says, "My workout is reading in bed until my arms hurt." Guys, I think that this is such a cute bookmark. I freaking love it. And it really does like summarize the lengths of my like workout regimen. Okay, so that is going to be group number 1. For group number 2, we have the cute little cat towel bookmark. It's so adorable. Oh my gosh. It says, "Eat, drink, and be merry, for tomorrow we may diet." And look at this angry cat. I'm not sure if you could tell, but he's like so mad. He is smizing, okay? But that's group number 2. And then last but not least, for group number 3, we have, "How can I miss him if he won't go away?" Guys, that is like the best bookmark ever. It is so feisty and fierce. So that is going to be group number 3. Okay, so guys, I want you to go ahead and take a deep breath in. And I want you to go ahead and let it out. And now I want you to close your eyes. And as you close your eyes, I want you to think about the person who is on your mind and what they tell their friends and family members about you whenever you come up in conversation. Okay, so guys, whenever you feel ready, please open your eyes, and whichever bookmark your eyes lands on first, then that, my dear, is going to be the group for you today. Now, as always, if you feel called to more than one bookmark here, then definitely check out that corresponding group message as well, because you could have some extra messages within there, okay? And I will have the timestamps listed down in the description box below. So, let's go ahead and get into your reading today, friends, okay? Hey, group 1, so if you chose this cute little bookmark, then hey, hello friends, this is going to be your reading today, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and put this right here, and let's go ahead and take a look at the card that I pulled for you, okay? So this card is representing what exactly your person is saying about you, and kind of like how you are in their eyes, right? So the card that I pulled for you was the Tarantula Spirit, okay? So first of all, the Tarantula Spirit is connected with the fire signs, okay? So you could be a fire sign, Sun, Moon, Rising, or in Venus. So I am talking about our lovely Leos, Sagittariuses, and also Aries folks as well. Basically, whenever I think about those fire signs, I'm definitely getting the idea that you could be very passionate, very ambitious, very driven and determined. And I also think that you are very charismatic as well. Now, if you don't feel like you are those types of qualities, then just know that this is how your person sees you. This is kind of like the overall feel that they get from you. Now, you don't necessarily have to be these things, but this is how your person sees you, right? So they do see you as somebody who is very passionate, very soulful. They see you as somebody who is very action oriented as well. So that is definitely coming through. I do want to mention here with this red coming through here, I'm not sure if you can see it, but there's a lot of red. That makes me think about the root chakra, okay? And the root chakra, this talks about stability, security, and also safety, okay? So I do think that whenever you do come up into conversation, I feel like the person on your mind, they talk about how you are a very reliable person. I think that they see you as somebody who they can always count on, and they see you as somebody who they can trust to always get the job done, right? And I am honestly just getting this idea that since we are seeing the tarantula, you know, spiders can be kind of scary. I myself freak out whenever I see a spider. So I'm getting the idea that your person, they see you as somebody who is kind of intimidating. I think that they see you as somebody who is just a force to be reckoned with. And I think that they are a little bit scared of you, to be honest. And so I think that whenever they are talking about you, they are probably always saying like, yes, that person is so amazing. I always want that person in my corner. I can always count on them. They are so reliable, but they are so freaking scary at the same time. They are so intimidating. They probably talk about how they are so afraid of like upsetting you or like walking on your toes too much, because I think that whether or not you view yourself as somebody who is intense or not, or you view yourself as somebody who is like defensive, I think that they see you as somebody who definitely has a bite to them. They see you as somebody who like may have a bit of a temper, and they definitely see you as somebody who just will not take any type of crap from anyone, okay? So, you know, whenever you come up into conversation, I think that they tell their friends like, oh my gosh, I hope I never make them mad, because God help me, this person is gonna smite me down, right? Like this person, like they are just so scary and fierce and powerful. Like I don't want to make them mad because Lord knows what they will do to me, right? And honestly, guys, going off of that, I kind of get this idea that you just come off as somebody who is so responsible, like you have such an amazing like head on your shoulders, and I think that sometimes you make this person feel a little bit inferior next to you. If this is somebody who you have a crush on and they have a crush on you, then I think that you make them feel really nervous around you. I think that you just come off as somebody who is so passionate and powerful. You come off as somebody who is honestly very, like I said, just very confident, right? And so your confidence, your presence makes them feel nervous around you because they feel like, oh my gosh, how can I ever measure up to this amazing person, right? How can I measure up to them? And so that message is definitely coming through, and I think that for some people, like for some of the people who they talk to, I think that they tell them that they do like you, that they could possibly have feelings for you, but, you know, you just make them feel like a little kid again, or you make them feel like they're just so young and they are just not as like awesome as you are, and they are scared that they are not at your level, or that you will look down on them, and that if they try to tell you about their feelings, then you would reject them, right? So that is definitely coming through for sure. But I think that at the end of the day, it is safe to say that they see you as somebody who can get things done, okay? And that is so incredible to see. And yeah, I do want to say that for some of you guys, you know, the spider, whenever I think of a spider, you know how they make those like epic freaking webs? That makes me think about like the interconnectedness of everything, right? Because you know how like the web, like there are like links and links and links that take place whenever like it all becomes a big cobweb, right? You get what I'm saying, right? Like, I just get the idea that they see you as somebody who is very charismatic. They see you as somebody who has a lot of different friends, a lot of different connections. I definitely think that they see you as somebody who always has somebody in their corner. You always have like somebody for something, if that makes any sense. And what I mean by that is that, I mean, you know those people that you meet, those people who are very charismatic, very friendly, they make friends wherever they go, but they are also really like smart and intelligent, and they choose their friends wisely, and they pick certain friends because they know that those people maybe later down the line they will be able to help them, right? And so I think that you are somebody who you have a lot of different friends, and you have a lot of different connections and people who can help you if something were to happen. Like say your toilet like gets messed up, well, you'll say like, oh yeah, I have a friend, a buddy from high school who's like a plumber now, and I can call them and they can help us with this, or they can help me with this, right? And so I think that you are just somebody who, you are so charismatic, but at the same time you are also very intelligent and intellectual, and you always think about the long-term potential, right? And how some people could be useful later on. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that you became friends with that person in high school just because you knew like, oh my gosh, this person's going to be a plumber and they're going to help me one day. Like, no. I think that at the same time, you just create friends wherever you go. But at some points, maybe you also intentionally become friends with other people so that you can have that extra assurance that they can help you later on. So I guess a better example for this would be like, let's say you're in college and you decide to go into a young business entrepreneurship club, right? And you befriend all of the other people that are in that club, knowing that at least one or two of those people are going to end up having their own business and being very successful, and maybe they can help you one day if you decide that you want to have your own business, right? So I do think that your person, you know, going full circle and talking about your person, I think that they see you as somebody who is very intellectual, and you have like somebody for everything. And I think that that is also why you come off as very like intimidating to them. They don't know what they are to you, if they are just a connection or if you are somebody who might be into them. They just don't know who they are in your eyes, right? They're very unsure, right? So that is definitely coming through, and I do think that if they have a crush on you, that is definitely something that they talk about to their friends and to their family members as well. So, guys, let's go ahead and move on and take a look at your tarot cards, okay? So, Spirit, for Group 1, what does their person say about them to their friends and to their family members? Can we get some cards, please? No reversals. What does the person on their mind say about them whenever they come up into conversation with their friends? Okay, let's see what wants to come through. All right. Ooh, okay, guys. Look at that. Wow. Okay, guys. Ooh, we have really good cards. So, first of all, we have the 10 of Cups coming through. We also have the King of Wands, which, guys, this literally represents like our lovely fiery energy here. So we definitely have some double confirmation that you could be a fire sign, okay? And then we also have the 4 of Wands coming through as well. So guys, the 4 of Wands and the 10 of Cups, like these are such beautiful cards. So if you were wondering if this person likes you, if this is like your crush or whatnot, or your friend who you want to be more than friends with, here is a big fat yes. Okay, your person really, really likes you, and they can see themselves building a life with you, and I'm so excited for you guys. Okay, now first of all, with the Four of Wands coming through, this literally talks about having a happy home with somebody, having like a home and like somebody who you can just celebrate your life with, celebrate your accomplishments with. And I just think that whenever they think about you, they think of you as being their home. Okay, this is definitely somebody who wants to build a life with you, and that is so gorgeous to see. And I do think that this person honestly fantasizes about you a lot. I think that whenever you are not around, whenever they are just like in their room, they're always thinking about like, what is that person doing? Like, they are just so amazing. And I am honestly getting the idea that they are planning like their life with you. They definitely have like a 30-year plan for like how you guys are going to like come together and like start dating and get married and like do all these amazing things and travel and whatnot. Like, they have just planned this like fantastical life with you, and they are always like dreaming about you and fantasizing about you. You are literally their dream person. And taking it back to like what they say about you whenever they are talking to their friends, especially like whenever they're talking to their parents, like if they have a close relationship with their mom or with their dad, I definitely think that they're telling them how you are their fantasy person. You are the person who they want to spend time with, who they want to spend their life with. And I think that they just see you as somebody who is really fun and really exciting as well, because with this King of Wands energy coming through, this talks about somebody who at one hand has a really good like head on their shoulders. This talks about somebody who is really successful, really great like in whatever job they decide to go after here. But on the other like hand, you are somebody who is also like not afraid to let down your hair and to have a good time and to just live life to its full extent. So I think that whenever you come up into conversation, they are constantly talking about how you are their dream person, because not only are you smart, intelligent, successful, determined, but you are also somebody who is fun and exciting and a bit rebellious as well. I think that they see you as somebody who is a bit of a thrill seeker, and they talk about how you are just not afraid to push the envelope more and more. You are not afraid to do crazy things that people only talk about, so that you can say that you did those things. And I think that they really respect that about you, and I think that that is also why you come off as somebody who is quite intimidating and quite scary, because of the fact that you are not afraid to do these crazy things. So for some of you guys, maybe you are into like bungee jumping or riding motorcycles or something like that, but at the very least, you could just be somebody who in your person's eyes, like, you are not afraid to put yourself out there. You are not afraid to be very social and to talk to people who are merely just strangers. I think that they see you as somebody who just brings people together, and they just see you as somebody who is absolutely fearless, right? And I think that that is definitely like some of the things that they tell their friends about you. Like, they just admire the fact that you are so incredibly wise, so incredibly just fearless, and you are just amazing to them. And I think that that is so incredible to see. And I do think that they also see you as somebody who is quite different from them as well, because the King of Wands, this usually talks about like traveling, and whenever you travel the globe, you know, you end up meeting people who are very different from you, who could even come from different cultural backgrounds as well. So for some of you guys, you could honestly be different from your person in the way that maybe you guys are from different cultures, maybe you guys grew up in a different like family type of lifestyle, maybe you guys like come from different religions, but there's definitely something coming through where you guys have like this strong like difference from each other, right? So like I said, it could be that you come from different cultural backgrounds, but maybe at the end of the day, maybe they just see you as somebody who is different from them in regards to y'all's personality, right? So maybe they are somebody who is a bit more safe. Maybe they like to keep more to themselves. Maybe they aren't the biggest party animal or the biggest social butterfly. I'm not saying you are a party animal, but maybe you are just different from them in the way that you are a lot more social, you're more charismatic, and you like to do things that people only talk about doing. And so it's honestly kind of like they see you as somebody who's like a superhero almost, and it's like you're like Wonder Woman to them or Superman or something, but they just look up to you so much. And since we are getting the King of Wands here, for some of you guys, you could be like a manager or some type of like higher up like boss or something related to your person, if that makes any sense. Do you get what I'm saying? Because the King of Wands, this usually does talk about somebody who is a leader, who is in a place of power. So for some of you guys, if you have met this person like on like at your job, maybe your person is somebody who is just like an employee and maybe you are their boss. Maybe for like some of you guys, you could be meeting this person in college, and maybe you are like a tutor, you're placed in a higher position, and this is somebody who's trying to go to tutoring to get some extra help. So you're kind of like you seem like a leader to them, right? And so that is like a side message coming through. But at the end of the day, they just see you as somebody who is so fierce, and they see you as somebody who is constantly evolving. They see you as somebody who is constantly growing, and I think that that is so beautiful to see. And at the end of the day, with the Ten of Cups coming through, this literally talks about having an amazing emotional connection with somebody as well. So I think that whenever you do come up into conversation, they're always telling their friends just how they see you as somebody who they can connect with on an emotional level so well. And if you guys haven't connected like on an emotional level yet, if you guys have not grown in your relationship to the point to where you guys are like sharing these intimate details about your life to each other, I do think that they are telling their friends and family how they wish that you guys could get to that level, how they want to be somebody who you feel like you can trust, and they just want to again have a life with you. They could even want to have a family with you as well, and I think that that is so beautiful to see. So yes guys, that is what the tarot cards are saying so far. Let's get some extra messages here. I do think I'm just gonna separate this in half. Spirit, can we get a card to represent, oh sorry guys, can we get a card to represent what group one's person is saying about them to their friends, to their family members? What do they say about them? Let's get one more card. Group one, what does the person on their mind say about them whenever they come up into conversation? Okay, what do they say about them? Yeah, guys, look at that. We have teacher coming through. Yeah, guys, what was I saying? Like, I feel like they really look up to you. They see you as somebody who is a leader and as somebody who can honestly teach them a lot about life. And for some of you guys, again, like you could be in this teacher role with them. Maybe you are their mentor. Like I was saying with that like tutor type of that tutor example, maybe you are tutoring them or helping them in a certain subject. Maybe you could be like in a higher position than them at work, and maybe you are mentoring them within that certain job, right? And then we also have priest coming through as well. So that is really beautiful to see. I think that they just feel like they can put a lot of faith in you, and I think that they see you as somebody who is a very determined person, and once you decide to commit your life to somebody or to something, like you are completely just so loyal to those people and to those paths that you decide to go on. And I think that whenever you come up into conversation, that they are constantly talking about how you are such a faithful person, you are such a wise person, you are somebody who they can just learn so much from. And I think that that is so gorgeous to see. And at the end of the day, they just want to grow with you. They want to get to know you better. They want you to see them as somebody who's not just a friend, but as somebody who you can spend your life with as well. And that is so beautiful to see. I love that. Okay, so, and I also think, again, that because they see you as somebody who is this teacher, because they see you as somebody who is a priest, I think that they see you as somebody who just knows a lot more than them. And I think that that is, again, where that kind of insecurity is coming through. That is why they are so, like, intimidated about you. And they really doubt themselves whenever they are with you, because of the fact that you are so wise, you are so knowledgeable, and they just feel like they have a lot to learn from you. So I think that whenever they are talking about you, they're constantly saying, like, oh my gosh, this person is so incredibly smart, they are so incredibly confident, but I am like nothing compared to them. I'm so scared that this person doesn't like me, that this person sees me as somebody who is like less than them, right? So if you are kind of confused about how your person is feeling about you, just know that they do like you. They look up to you a lot. And if you are like waiting for them to tell you something, to like if you like this person and you're hoping that they like you too and that they will tell you about how they are feeling, I do want you to know that I feel like this person will definitely be more cautious around you. I think that this person is not going to tell you exactly how they are feeling unless they feel like they can completely trust you and they feel like there could possibly be a possibility where you won't reject them, right? So give this person time. Let this person talk, like, let this person get to know you first, okay? Because I do think that as of right now, they are too afraid to tell you how they are feeling. And what's a funny message here is that the tarantula, whenever they mate with somebody, their mate, like whenever they're done mating with them, they actually eat and cannibalize off of their mate. And the mate knows from the beginning that they could possibly get eaten by their tarantula like wife, right? But at the end of the day, they just find them so sexy, so hot. They have that like that instinct that is calling them towards them. They know that they could get eaten, but they still like they still are on board with mating with them, right? So I feel like honestly, like they see you like that, right? They don't see you as somebody who's going to cannibalize them, right? Like, we're not getting on Hannibal Lecter here. I don't mean it in that way. But I just feel like they see you as somebody who is going to reject them, or you are going to hurt them. And I think that as of right now, they are too afraid to tell you how they are feeling because of that fear that you could end up rejecting them, right? But I think that if you allow them to feel more comfortable around you, they may think in the back of their head that if they tell you how they are feeling, that yeah, you could possibly reject them, but if you make them feel comfortable enough and appreciated enough, then even though they have that in the back of their head, they still might be willing and more confident to tell you how they are feeling, right? So do think about that. If you are just wondering, like, why isn't this person telling me how they are feeling? Why isn't this person telling me that they like me? Do they like me? Just know that they see you as like a cannibal tarantula, okay? Not a cannibal tarantula, but you know what I mean, right? So just give them time to get more comfortable around you, okay? But anyways, we have chemistry coming through. We also have deception, and we have reconciliation. And so first of all, with the chemistry card coming through, yeah, I mean, your person is definitely really, really attracted to you. I'm totally thinking about that expression of how opposites attract, I do think that you guys are quite different from each other, but I think that those differences are what propel you together even more. It's what attracts you guys to each other like so much. So I definitely am seeing that message coming through, and I think that whenever they are talking about you to their friends, like they're just saying like how you guys are so different from each other, but it just works out like they like you even more because you guys are different, right? They love that about you guys and about the relationship that you guys could possibly have, right? And I think that that is another reason why they feel like they have a lot to learn from you, because they see you as somebody who is so different from them. They see you as somebody who is living such a different life from them, and so they feel as though they have a lot to learn from you because of the way that you look at the world and the way that you decide to live in this world, right? So I do think that they also talk about those things that make you guys different to their friends. And then we also have deception coming through, and I honestly think that this is talking about how they are wearing like a false mask in this relationship. I think that they really like you, but they are afraid to tell you how they are feeling because, again, they are afraid of that rejection. And so I think that whenever they are with their friends, they're saying to them how they really like you, but they are afraid to tell you how they are feeling because, again, they see you as this like really fierce and intimidating tarantula type of person. And I think that with the reconciliation card coming through, they also tell their friends how they are trying to reconcile with themselves, and they are trying to feel confident enough to where they can take off this mask and be totally honest with you and with themselves. But I just think that at the end of the day, it's going to take some time for them to get to that place where they feel comfortable enough to tell you and explain their complex feelings for you. So that is also coming through as well. But at the end of the day, I just think that this person sees you as somebody who is so intelligent, so wise, and they always talk about how you are just such an amazing person. You are such a confident person, a charismatic person. They always talk about how they look up to you so much, and they see you as somebody who is going to have so much success within your life, and they see you as somebody who at the end of the day they want to have a life with. So yes, guys, that is what I'm seeing for you today. I hope that you have enjoyed this reading, and if you did, then please make sure to give me a big like and to subscribe to my channel because I post new videos every Monday and Friday, and I would love to have you stop by this side of TarotTube again sometime, okay? So I love you all so much, and I hope that you have I feel like I said that weird. I hope that you have an amazing day today, okay? Mwah. Bye, guys. Hey, group 2. So if you chose as a cute little angry cat bookmark, then hey, hello, this is going to be your reading today, friends, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and put this right here, and let's take a look at the card that I pulled for you, okay? So first of all, this card is going to be representing how the person on your mind sees you and views you and how they describe you to their friends and to their family members, okay? And the card that we received Mr. Spellman wanted to say hello. That was my cat. I swear, he's not a rat. He's a cat. He's just a hairless cat, okay? But guys, I'm sorry. If you hear any jingling, just know that that's him, okay? But anyways, getting back on track, the animal spirit that we received for you is the raccoon, okay? So guys, I know what you're thinking. I'm a raccoon to them, like, am I smelly or what? No, guys, that is not what it means by any means. This is actually a really, like, amazing card. I think it's honestly really interesting and really intriguing, and I honestly think that it's such a cool card to receive, okay? Now, first of all, I do want to say that this card does represent the earth element, so you could definitely be an earth sign, sun, moon, rising, or in Venus. So I am talking about our lovely Capricorns, Tauruses, what's my other beautiful sign? Virgos, okay? But you could be one of those signs. You don't have to be. This could just represent the energy that you give off to your person who you are thinking about, right? So first of all, I definitely think that your person sees you as somebody who is very reliable, responsible. They see you as somebody who is very, like, security minded, and the reason why I'm saying all those things is because that is just the idea that I get from thinking about our beautiful, like, earth signs, right? And I do think that you probably do come off as somebody who is almost a workaholic, okay? Because our lovely earth signs, these are the types of folks who are very money oriented, and this is somebody who is also very goal oriented as well. This is someone who, once they make their mind on something, or about, like, they make their mind about something and they decide to pursue a certain, like, job or pathway, this is somebody who is going to keep on climbing up that ladder. This is somebody who is going to get to where they want to be, even if it takes 10, 20, 30 years. So I think that at the end of the day, your person definitely sees you as somebody who is very career minded, and they see you as somebody who is such a workaholic in the way that you are all work and no play, because honestly, they see you as somebody who just doesn't have enough time to let your hair down and play, because you are so focused on trying to climb up that ladder, right, within your job. All right, so I think that whenever they do talk about you, whenever you come up in conversation with their friends, with their families, they are definitely saying that you are such a responsible person. They see you as somebody who is going to be so successful no matter what you decide to do. And they see you as somebody who, and they talk about how you are somebody who is going to accomplish whatever you set your mind on, because of the fact that you are so stubborn and you are so strong-willed. And I do think that they respect that side of you so freaking much, and they really like that about you and admire that about you for sure. Now, I do want to say this. I think that they see you as somebody who is quite secretive as well. The reason why I'm saying that is because if you take a look at, like, this raccoon card, oh, Spellman! I'm sorry, guys. Spellman really wants to make himself known today in this video. Okay, Spellman, calm down. I'll give you food in a second, okay? But guys, oh gosh, I'm so sorry. I am just getting so distracted and I'm losing my train of thought. But what we were talking about, right, was that this raccoon, he looks quite sneaky. He looks quite mysterious, right? Because if you take a look at this little cute raccoon person, animal, he looks like he is half hidden, like within the shadows. And so I am getting this idea that your person sees you as somebody who is very intriguing. I honestly think that they see you as somebody who is like an onion. And I mean an onion like in the best way possible, okay? Because you know how Shrek makes that like onion analogy to Donkey? He talks about how ogres are like onions in the way that they have layers. You know, they come off a certain way. They come off as like an onion to some people, and some people aren't really like interested in getting to know them because they come off as an onion, right? But other people, they can realize that there are more things like under the surface. Like as you start to peel that onion, like there are so many more layers to be seen and to learn about. And to some people, onions are absolutely like the coolest things ever, right? And so I think that your person sees you as an onion, because I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I think that whenever people first meet you, I think that people see you as somebody who is all work and no play. And I do think that whenever you do come up into conversation, people talk about how you just seem like you are not interested in having a good time. And I feel like whereas some people see you in that way, I think that your person, the person who you are thinking about, Mr. Spellman, come on, sir. The person that you are thinking about, I think that they see you as somebody who is so interesting. I just think, Mr. Spellman, come on. I'm sorry, guys. I had to pause the video for a second because Mr. Spellman was just being a very bad boy. So I had to lock him out of my room. Now he's downstairs hanging out with my dad. They're having a good time and he is totally wreaking havoc down there. But he's not wreaking havoc in here anymore. So yay us. But anyways, as I was saying, I just think that your person sees you as somebody who is so intriguing, and I think that whenever you come up into conversation, they talk about how you are quite mysterious and how you do come off a certain way whenever, you meet people. I think that they talk about how you come off a bit of like as a workaholic, you come off as somebody who is a little bit more on the shyer side, but they talk about how like there is just something there, and they are just so interested in getting to know you, and they just think that you are a really cool and complex person, and they're just always talking about how they want to get to know you so well, and they want to get to know you better. And I think that that is really cool to be able to tell you guys. And I also want to mention here, now this isn't going to resonate for everybody, but I am getting the idea that for some of you guys, money could have been a problem for you whenever you were younger. And what I mean by that is that maybe whenever you were younger, your mom or dad didn't make the most money. Maybe they had a harder time providing for you and your siblings, if you had siblings. And I just think that you guys had a harder time managing your money, having enough money to like be able to feed yourselves and your siblings, right? And so I think that because you lacked those things as a child, I think that that is why you are so money-minded now, and I think that that is why you are such a workaholic, or you come off as a workaholic to this person and to other people who you meet, because you are just so determined to not have to experience those things again, and you want to be able to provide yourself and to have security in your adult life in which you didn't have in your youth, right? And so I think that that is why you work so hard. And I also think that that is why you are so determined to succeed and to climb up that ladder, because you just never want to experience that type of poverty again. And I think that your person, the person who you are thinking about, even if you haven't told them about this, if this is something that happened to you, I think that they kind of sense that you had a rougher childhood. They kind of sense that there is something about you that makes you the way that you are, and that makes you so single-minded. And I think that that is just another reason as to why they want to peel away your layers, so that they can find out what's hidden underneath those workaholic vibes that you give off, right? Now, if that does not resonate for you, I just think that at the end of the day, whether you had that type of past or you didn't, I think that there is also something that your person realizes about you that maybe other people don't realize. I think that they see you as somebody who has like such an amazing and untapped potential or talent. For some of you guys, you could be artistic. So maybe you are a really great artist, a really great painter. Maybe you are into writing. Maybe you are really great at writing poems or books or something like that. But I think that instead of pursuing that type of lifestyle, that type of job or career path, I think that instead you are choosing to do something more sensible. You're choosing to do something that you know that you will make money from. And so instead of becoming this artist that you are so like passionate about, right? Instead you are choosing to do something more like something that you know you will get money from, something more reliable, like accounting or doing something related to business or something like that, becoming a coder, right? But I think that somehow or another, your person, the person on your mind, they just realize how talented you are. Somehow they know that there's just something brimming underneath the surface, and I think that whenever they talk about you to other people, whenever you do come up in conversation, they talk about how you are so talented, and they talk about how they know that there's just something brewing underneath that, like, workaholic energy that you give off to people, and they just want to be able to explore that. They want to be able to get to know you, and they just see you as somebody who is a mystery, but a mystery in the greatest sense of the word, right? They just want to get to know you, and they want to see what you are hiding from the world. And I just think that that is so freaking cool to see. I love that. Like, they're like a private investigator. They're like Sherlock Holmes, and you are like the greatest mystery of all time. And they just want to do everything that they can to get to know you. And they're just so into you. Like, that is all I can say. They're really, really interested in you, and they want to see what is hidden and what you are hiding from the world, right? So that is awesome. That is really, really awesome. I love that. Guys, I just realized that this candle isn't lit, so give me a second. Let me light it for you, okay? All right. Does the flame look weird to you? Does that look too high? Okay, guys, I'm gonna I feel like that looked too high. Alright guys, so now that I have this beautiful candle lit, let's go ahead and take a look at your tarot cards, okay? So, Spirit, what does Group 2's person say about them whenever their name comes up in conversation to their friends, to their family members? Can we get some cards, please? No reversals, okay? What does Group 2's person say about them? The person on their mind, okay? That one wanted to come through. Ooh, okay, that one wants to come through as well. And so did that one. Ooh, guys, we have some cool cards coming through. Okay. Aww, that's so sweet. Okay, so we have the 6 of Cups coming through. We also have the Knight of Wands. And we have the Page of Swords, okay? So, give me a second just to take in the messages that are coming through. Okay, so first of all, taking a look at the 6 of Cups, usually this talks about somebody who is very young. This talks about somebody who is almost childlike in a way. And to see the Knight of Wands and the Page of Swords, this also gives me like that youthful type of energy. So I do think that no matter how old you are, whether you are in your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, or so on, I think that you do come off to your person as somebody who is quite young or youthful. And I think that this is really interesting because I feel like to most people, like I said, I think that you come off as somebody who is a workaholic, who is very serious. I think that they see you as somebody who is very focused on their job and on trying to, bring in that money, like bring in the bank, right? And so people see you as somebody who is almost uptight in a way, and I think that they just see you as somebody who, like I said, is all work and no play. But I think that your person, they see another side to you that other people don't see. They see you as somebody who is very young. They see you as somebody who's very youthful. And I just think that they also see you as somebody who's very whimsical as well. And I think that they do see you as somebody who's very artistic and creative too. And I think that that is so sweet to see. So I don't know, for some of you guys, you could have known this person a long time ago, because this does talk about being young, and so maybe you knew this person whenever you were younger, and maybe that is why this person sees another side to you, because of the fact that they have known you before. And maybe whenever you guys were younger, you weren't so serious about life. Like, they got a chance to see a different side to you that you don't necessarily show other people. And maybe that is also why they kind of know about the fact that you could have had a rougher childhood. And so I think that maybe you guys disconnected, and now they have met you again, and you guys are reuniting and meeting each other after having like these years between you guys, and now you are this mystery to them, and they want to find out who you are now that you guys are older. Okay, now that could be a message for just some of you guys. It doesn't have to resonate for everyone, but for others of you, I just think that they see you as somebody who has this very youthful energy about you, and I feel as though they have a crush on you, honestly. I think that they just want to make you feel really beautiful, and they want to treat you right. They want to ask you out on a date, honestly, and they just want to get to know you more. And the reason why I'm saying that is because this little boy right here, he's trying to give this little girl like a flower or something, and he's just trying to like make her day, make her happy, and he's trying to almost kind of like woo her, right? And so I think that your person does kind of have a crush on you. I think that they think about you a lot. I think that you are almost like a fantasy to them. And I think that you are so much of a fantasy because of the fact that they don't, for a lot of you guys, like, they don't really know you that well. They see you as somebody who is hiding a lot, like, from the world. And they see you as somebody who, like I said, is this great and like huge mystery, and they, because you are such a mystery, they have just spent like days and nights trying to figure out who you are, trying to put their finger on exactly what kind of person you are, and you are just like this dream person to them, and they just want to be able to turn this fantasy into a reality. They want to be able to give you flowers. They want to take you out to dinner. They want to be able to get to know you better. And I think that that is definitely what they are saying, like, to their friends, to their family members. They are saying that you are such a beautiful person, and that there's just something about you that is so amazing and incredible, and that you want to find out they want to find out who you are exactly, right? And that is so sweet to see. And I think that with this Knight of Wands energy coming through, like, this is really cool. I definitely think that they see you as somebody who is very, very ambitious. Because the Knight of Wands, this talks about somebody who is relentless. This talks about somebody who has so much passion and a drive and ambition. And this talks about somebody who is going to go after something and nobody is going to get in their way. In fact, if people get in their way, then they will be very forceful to get them out of their way so that they can get to where they want to go. show, right? This is somebody who is so fierce. This is somebody who is a warrior, okay? So they definitely talk about how you may come off like very introverted, very shy, but they see you as somebody who is so, like, there's so much more than meets the eye. And they just talk about how they know that there's this, like, unbridled energy hidden within your depths. And they just want to be able to discover exactly who you are. And I think that they also see you as somebody who is very passionate. Like I said, they just see... and they just know that you have this amazing potential. You have so much talent. And if they don't know exactly what it is that you are talented about, like what your talent is, then they talk about to their friends how they want to find out what it is that sets you on fire, what it is that you are so talented about, like what it is that your talent is, right? I feel like I'm like messing up on my grammar, but they just want to find out how you work, what sets you on fire. And I do think that they are very attracted to you, because the Knight of Wands, like, this usually talks about somebody who is everybody's dream. Excuse me. This talks about somebody who is everybody's dream person. This talks about somebody who stands out. And you definitely stand out to your person for sure. They are definitely into you. I think that they are really, really strongly attracted to you physically. And that definitely adds on to that mystery. Because you are so beautiful, they just want to find out, like, who you are. And then with the Page of Swords coming through, they just see you as somebody who is very intellectual, very smart. They see you as somebody who would probably, like, like, whenever you do talk, even though, like, you come off as somebody who is quite introverted and quite shy, I think that whenever you do talk, like, they hang on to your every word, to your every sentence. They feel as though you are just, like, the best storyteller, that you just have all these awesome things to talk about. You just know so much. They see you as somebody who is just so intelligent, and they are just, like, so raptured, like, with you. They're enraptured by you, and they just want to get to know you more, right? And so I think that whenever you come up in a conversation, they just talk about how you may come off very serious to some people, but they know that there is something that you are hiding. There is just so much creativity, so much talent that you have hidden within yourself, and they just want to have a conversation with you. They want to communicate with you, and they want to find out who you are whenever you take off that mask, right? And so that is so awesome to see, and that is definitely, like, what they talk about whenever they talk about you to their friends, right? So let's go ahead and get some extra cards here. So for group 2, how do they come off to this person? What does group 2's person talk about whenever their name comes up into conversation, right? Guys, literally we have the Knight coming through. That is so awesome to see. We have the Knight of Wands and the Knight. Like, that is so cool. Okay, let's get one more card here. Oh, we actually have 2 cards coming through. We have Hero and Heroine. And then we also have Avenger. Guys, look at this. Okay, listen, we were literally talking about, like, how you kind of, like, wear a mask to everybody, and look at this. We have this Avenger here, and he's wearing a freaking mask. That is so cool to see. So, yes. Okay. I definitely think that they see you as somebody who is very, very fierce and determined. I think that to most people, you do come off as somebody who, like I said, is shy, more introverted. You come off as somebody who is just very, like, work-centered and everything, but to them, they see a different side to you that other people don't see. They see you as somebody who is so fierce. They see you as somebody who is so passionate about the things that make you happy, and I think that whenever you come up into conversation, they just talk about how there are so many hidden depths that are within you that they want to explore, that they want to get to know. They see you as somebody who is on this journey and who is going to accomplish so much. And they definitely talk about how you are a very loyal and romantic and amazing person, because it literally says for the Knight card, loyalty, romance, and chivalry, a love of honor. So I think that especially with this card coming out with the Avenger, which says a desire to balance these scales of justice, they see you as somebody who is a defender of other people. They see you as somebody who cares a lot about others. And I definitely think that whenever you come up into conversation, they talk about how you may come off as shy, you may come off as somebody who is quite soft-spoken, but they just know that there is this inner Avenger within you, and they see you as somebody who is very honorable, who has really good intentions, and they also see you as somebody who is a defender of other people. And I think that they just see you as somebody who is very loyal as well. Like, whenever you decide to be somebody's friend, they talk about how you just come off as somebody who is just so determined to be there for your friends and to care for them in ways that other people wouldn't care for their friends, if that makes any sense. Like, I just think that they see you as somebody who goes a step further in being there for others, and they just love that about you, and they definitely talk about that to their friends, right? And they just talk about how they want to be friends with you, and they want to be able to be one of the people who you would go a step further to protect and to be there for. And I just think that that is so gorgeous to see. Let's go ahead and get some extra cards here. Spirit, can we get some extra cards for group 2? Ooh, okay. Can we get one more card? Perfect. All right, guys. So we have honeymoon coming through. We also have getting to know each other. Guys, what was I saying? And then it says heart-to-heart conversations. Yeah, guys, literally, that's exactly what I was saying. They just want to get to know you better. They are always talking to their friends and family about how they want to have a conversation with you. They want to be able to get to know you better to the point to where you feel comfortable enough to reveal yourself to them, to take off that mask, and to let them find out exactly who you are whenever you are being true and authentic. And I just think that they want to be able to, like, go on a honeymoon with you. They want to be able to have adventures with you and to date you. And honestly, I just feel like they are in this, like, honeymoon lovey-dovey phase where they are just so, like, into you. I think that they are always thinking about you all the time. Like I said, I think that they fantasize about you a lot. So yeah, guys, I just think that that is so sweet to see. They definitely are really enamored by you. They have a big crush on you, and I just think that that is so sweet. So, yes, guys, that is the end of this reading today. If you liked this video, then please make sure to give me a big like and to subscribe to my channel, because I post new videos every Monday and Friday, and I would love to have you stop by this side of TerraTube again sometime, okay? So I love you all so much, and I hope that you have a fantastic day. Mwah. Bye, guys. Hey, group 3. So if you chose this freaking feisty and sassy bookmark, then hey, hello, friends. This is going to be your reading today, okay? So I did pull a card off camera to represent your fabulous animal spirit, and basically this is just representing, like, the overall vibe that you give off to the person who you are asking about. And this talks about, like, overall the things that they say about you to their friends and to their family members, okay? And the card that we did receive is such a beautiful card. We got the horse spirit coming through, okay? So first of all, this card does represent the earth element, so you could be an earth sign, sun, moon, rising, or in Venus, or this could just represent your overall energy that you give off to this person. So the earth signs that I am referring to are our lovely Capricorns, Tauruses, and Virgos as well. And going off of that earth energy, earth signs are usually people who are very career oriented. These are are the type of people who are very stable, very reliable. This is somebody who you can always trust and who is just going to succeed no matter what like career they decide to go after, right? This is just somebody who is very like secure and who you just know is going to accomplish a lot within their life, especially in their job as well, okay? So I do think that whenever you do come up in conversation, that your person does talk about how they just see you as somebody who is very successful. They see you as somebody who is going to achieve so much in your life. They see you as somebody who is very ambitious, and they just see you as somebody who is very reliable and as somebody who they can count on, okay? And I also think that they see you and talk about how you are like a rock to them, and you are a rock to a lot of other people as well, because you come off as somebody who is very reliable. You come off as somebody who people can just trust and count on. I think that a lot of people come to you for your help and for your guidance, and I think that that is definitely something that your person respects, and that is definitely something that your person talks about to other people, to their friends, and to their family members. But what I find very interesting about the horse spirit in particular is that I kind of get Sagittarius vibes from the horse spirit as well. So for some of you guys, you could be a Sagittarius, and I think that Sagittarius, like that sign, is so interesting to me because in my opinion, I honestly see Sagittarius folks as being like a really passionate and a really cool version of like the Capricorn sign, right? Because Sagittarius folks, they are just as stubborn as Capricorns. They are just as ambitious as Capricorns. They are just as career oriented as Capricorns. But at the same time, Sagittarius are people who are also able to let their hair down and have a good time as well. So I think that they just talk about how you are somebody who is very career oriented. You are somebody who is so determined to succeed, but you are also somebody who, you know, on the other flip of the coin, you are somebody who is not afraid of a good time. You are somebody who is able to like party and just have fun and be wild and adventurous, and I just think that you are honestly like the full package to this person who you are asking about. And I think that they always like talk about how you are just such a cool and fun person to hang out with, and at the same time you are also a very reliable and like mature person too. And so I just think that that is so cool to see. And I do want to mention here that whenever I think about horses, I automatically think of freedom, okay? Because horses, like, this is the type of animal who they just love to be free. They love to go out and just run and like be one with the wind. And so I am also getting the idea that your person sees you as somebody who has to have freedom. They see you as this like wild, adventurous thing. And I think that honestly, if they are interested in you, if they are in a relationship with you, if you're asking about like what your boyfriend is thinking about you, or if this is somebody who you want to be in a relationship with, maybe you guys are dating or something like that, I think that your person talks about how you are somebody who needs your space. They talk about how you are a very independent person and how they have to give you your freedom and your, like I said, space, because they feel like if they were to be a bit clingy or they were to try to hang out with you more than what you wanted, then they talk about how they are afraid that you might end up running away and leaving them, right? Because you feel caged in. So I do think that whenever you come up in conversation, they do mention that as well. And so that is definitely something that they talk about too. That could be something that makes them feel a little bit nervous. It makes them feel a little bit insecure about, because I do think that there is this energy here where your person, the person who is on your mind, they really like you. They see you as somebody who is so adventurous, so carefree. They see you as somebody who, again, is not afraid to let your hair down and have a good time. But they also see you as somebody who is very career oriented, and they just see you as a whole package, baby, and they don't want to lose you, and they are afraid, like in the back of their mind, in their heart of hearts, that you might end up leaving them because of the fact that you come off as somebody who craves your independence. You come off as somebody who is almost chasing the next big thing, and they are scared that they are not going to be this big thing in your life for like the long run, right? For the long haul. So that is definitely coming through as well. And then at the end of the day, I do want to say that, you know, looking at this horse, there is this like little half moon coming through. And so this makes me think about like spirituality. This makes me think about like somebody who's very intuitive and in touch with their spiritual side as well. So I do think that whenever you come up in conversation, they could also talk about how you are very spiritual too. Maybe because you are so adventurous, and I think that you are very like intelligent too. I think that they see you as somebody who is always trying to learn from the world. You're always trying to learn new things. And so I think that they do talk about how you are somebody who likes to play around with spirituality. They see you as somebody who's always trying to explore different religions and different spiritual styles. And I definitely think that they really like that about you as well. But also, one more thing, I do want to say that there could be something about your hair. Because horses, like, they just have the most beautiful mane, right? So I do think that maybe they just really like your hair, and they talk about your hair to their friends and family. Maybe they're just always saying how you just have the most gorgeous, like, long, beautiful hair, right? So that is also coming through as well. All right, so let's go ahead and get some extra cards here to represent what your person says about you whenever your name like comes up in conversation. Okay, so no reversals, Spirit. Can we get some cards, please? Okay, look at that. Oh wow, guys, we actually have 3 cards coming through already. Yes, the cards are doing my work for me. I did not have to pull 3 cards individually. That's always fun to see. So guys, your cards literally line up with everything that I was saying whenever I was talking about the horse spirit. Okay, and that is so cool to see. So the cards that we received were the Lovers. Okay, and that does represent Gemini energy, so you could also be a Gemini as well. We have the Ace of Pentacles coming through, and we also have the King of Pentacles, okay, which again is giving us some extra confirmation that you could be an earth sign again, okay. But first of all, these cards are literally just talking about how with the Ace of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles, you are somebody who is so successful. And even if you are not successful yet, whenever your person talks about you, they talk about how you just have this like energy about you, this vitality, that and this like strong will to succeed, and they just see you as somebody who is going to achieve so much within your life. And I just think that they really love your work ethic, and they love the fact that you are so ambitious and career oriented. Like, that is so sexy to them. And I do think that for some of you guys, you could have definitely met your person who you are asking about through work, through school, or through some type of financial endeavor. Okay, so that is also coming through as well. And then with this Ace of Pentacles, this literally talks about like a treasure, right? So I just think that they see you as somebody who is such a freaking treasure. You could definitely be just really attractive, and they could see you as somebody who like makes really like yummy arm candy, but at the same time, you're not just arm candy because you are so smart. Like, you are beauty and brains, right? And your person, like, they see you as somebody who is literally the whole package, and they just talk about, like, to their friends about how you are so hot, so attractive. But what makes you so much even more attractive is your amazing personality, your vibrant, like, adventurous spirit, and the way that you are just so career oriented, the way that you are such a just boss babe, and they just love that about you. And my gosh, you just sound like such a cool person, group 3. And what's very interesting about this is that this person, she actually has like a henna tattoo like on her hand, and that does make me think about like somebody who's from a different culture. So for some of you guys, you could be very different from your person. Maybe you guys come from 2 different cultural backgrounds. Maybe you guys come from different parts of the country or something like that. But at the very least, I just think that your person sees you as somebody who is quite different from them. Okay, so that is definitely coming through as well. Maybe you guys just both have like different like likes and dislikes, but I think that at the same time, your differences like make like the differences that you guys do have is very attractive to your person, right? And so I think that in this case, you know, opposites attract, and I definitely think that your person talks like to their friends and their families about how attracted they are to you. And at the same time, we also have the Lovers card coming through, and like I said, this talks about Gemini energy. Whenever I think about Geminis, they just are like these social butterflies of the zodiac sign, right? So I think that they see you as somebody who is a social butterfly. They see you as somebody who is very charismatic. So I definitely think that whenever you come up in conversation, they talk about how you are like the belle at the ball. You are somebody who you can make friends with complete strangers, and they really, really love that just social butterflyness that you seem to have, right? And what's really interesting is that Geminis, you know, most of the time, like, they're very synonymous with the fact that they have like these changing moods. Like, they just change their moods very easily. Like, maybe they're acting one way at one moment and then they act another way at another moment. And so this also talks about how they can be a little bit indecisive as well. And so I think that that is again where this nervousness is coming through with your partner or the person who you were asking about, because you know how I was saying earlier that they are just scared that you're going to change your mind and like not want to be with them because of the fact that you are so adventurous, you are so free and wild. And so there is this energy here where they see you as somebody who might change your mind a little bit, like, frequently, okay? And so they are afraid that you may like them right now, but what if a week from now or a year from now you change your mind and you don't want to be with them, or you don't like, or you're like not interested in them anymore, right? But at the end of the day, like with this amazing like Lovers card coming through, they just see you as somebody who is like their ideal person, their ideal mate. And I think that whenever they talk about you to other people, they're definitely talking about how you are like their dream person. You are the person who they could spend the rest of their life with. And they just really, really like you, and they want to offer you a lovely cup, okay? And they're hoping that you will offer them your cup as well, okay? So let's go ahead and get some extra cards as well. Spirit, can we get some extra cards, please? Extra cards. How does group 3 come off to their person? Like, what do they say about them whenever their name comes up in conversation? Okay, guys. So, we have, oh, that's sweet. We have Samaritan coming through. And we also have Alchemist, okay? So, that is really, really interesting. Okay, so I definitely think that with this Samaritan card coming through, they definitely see you as somebody who is a really good person. They see you as somebody who's very kind to other people, who's very respectful of others. So whenever they do talk about you to other people, that is definitely something that they say. They just talk about how you are so kind to other people and that you care so much about others, and they really, really love that about you, and they find that to be very attractive about you as well. And then with the Alchemist card coming through, they just talk about how you are somebody who can make a way where there is no way. They see you as somebody who, even if you have everything against you in the world, you are still going to come out on top. They see you as somebody who is going to work so hard to achieve all of your goals, to get that career, like that career that you've always wanted. And I just think that even if you have everything against you, they just talk about how you are always going to win because you just have this never give up attitude. You are the King of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles talks about somebody who, even if it takes years and years and years, this is somebody who has a goal, who has a long-term vision, and they will not give up on their goal or on their vision until they are where they want to be within this vision, right? So I definitely think that they love your tenacity, and they're always talking about how you are just going to accomplish anything that you set your mind on, and they just love that about you, okay? So let's get some extra cards here for group 3. What wants to come through? Guys, literally, again, we have 3 cards coming through. Oh my gosh. I don't have to do any work today. So, oh, sorry guys. We have let go of control issues. Huh. That's interesting. We have romantic feelings coming through. And we also have attraction. Okay, so honestly, I think that with let go of control issues coming through, I think that this person, again, like I said, I think that they feel a little bit insecure or nervous when it comes to y'all's relationship. Whether this person who you are asking about is somebody who you are currently dating, whether this is somebody who you are just friends with, like I said, they are afraid that you may like them at one moment, but, you know, in the next, you won't care much for them. And so I think that they are trying to get to this place where they don't want to force anything. They don't want to like force themselves, like their time on you. Does that make sense? Like they don't want to make you spend time with them. They want to be able to let go of like these control issues. They want to be able to just let you go and be free. And I think that they are hoping that you will come back to them. Does that make sense? So I think that they're honestly thinking about how, you know, if you love something, you've got to set them free. And if they come back to you, then it was meant to be, right? And so I think that they're trying to tell themselves that they don't have to call you all the time. They don't have to try to force you to go out on a date with them. They don't have to try to, like, make something happen. I think that they want to just let things happen naturally, let things flow in the way that they are meant to flow. And I think the reason why this is coming through is because maybe for some, it's because maybe, I feel like this person is somebody who, once they like somebody, like they're all in and they're just very passionate and they want things to happen quite swiftly. Like I'm kind of thinking of that like fiery, like Aries, Leo type of energy. You know, whenever these people like decide that they like somebody, like that is it. And they just like want things to happen really quickly. You know, this is somebody who is very action oriented, very expressive with their emotions, and they don't like having to wait, right? And I feel like this person sees that you are quite different from them, and I think that whenever they talk about you to other people, they are talking about how they are trying to change their usual approach to relationships and to dating. They're trying to ease into this connection with you, and they're trying to stop being so pushy, stop being so like controlling, right? Because I see that you are somebody who is very independent. You're like this beautiful, amazing, wild creature, and they don't want to put too much pressure on you because they're afraid that if they put too much pressure on you, that if push comes to shove, you'll end up running away, right? And heading for the heels. So this is definitely new territory for your person. I definitely think that they are nervous because this feels like something new to them, right? And they're approaching this relationship from a completely different type of energy than they have in their previous relationship. So that is definitely coming through. And I do think that they talk about this like new thing that they are trying to do when it comes to you with their friends and with their family, and they're probably asking their friends and family for advice as well. And so that is definitely coming through. And then with the romantic feelings and attraction, like again, like this person, they have romantic feelings for you. If this is your crush, I want you to know that they are definitely crushing on you as well. They really, really like you, and they are very attracted to you. And like I said, baby, like opposites attract, and I definitely think that you guys are really big opposites. You guys are really different from each other, but I think that those differences that you guys have is what brings you together. And I definitely think that at the end of the day, your person can't get enough of you. The person who you are asking about, they are just always telling their friends and family members how hot you are, how sexy you are, how you're not just arm candy, you are so smart and brilliant, and they love the way that you are always like soul searching and trying to find out who you are. They love how you are this amazing, beautiful adventurer, and I just think that they want to have these adventures with you as well. They want to be able to be your like partner in life. They want to explore the world with you, and they just want to get to know you. And if that means that they have to take this relationship from a different approach than they previously had, then they are willing to do that because they think that you are absolutely worth it. And they may be a little nervous, they may be a little bit like insecure, but I definitely think that that is not going to hold them back. And at the end of the day, like with these pentacle energy like coming through and making an appearance, this does talk about very slow moving energy. So I am honestly getting the idea that this person again is trying to take things really slow with you. This could be somebody who you have been friends with for a very long time, but I think that at the end of the day, this person wants to be able to have a true connection with you before they end up trying to take that friendship connection to a more intimate connection as well, right? So yeah, guys, they're just very serious about you. They want to date you, and they want to have a long-term connection with you. So yeah, that is what I see for you today, folks. I hope that you liked this reading, and if you did, then please make sure to give me a big like and to subscribe to my channel, because I post new videos every Monday and Friday, and I would love to have you stop by this side of TarotTube again sometime, okay? So I love you all so much, and I hope that you have a fabulous day. Mwah. Bye, guys.